standard bashing of Black Swan. Say good day, Dan.
Good evening, everybody.
I assume you bought a Black Swan, Dan?
Shit, I think so. Yeah, Black Swan.
I put a fancy camo on just for you.
Oh, really? Oh, I should feel so special. This boat don't actually look too bad. Might have to use it one day.
You know, I have seen people that have got many thousands of games in the Black Swan.
I usually pick ships based on their looks. Alright, let's do it.
Indeed. Alright, so now I'll just have a quick look at the matchmaking. I'm obviously going to be covering the 1AN-E guys, and Dan will be covering the Ausnz guide. On the 1A, oh geez, what am I going to call these guys? 1AN-E. It's gonna get really long and hard to do that. They've got the Lexington, North Carolina, 2 Balties, a Megami, Chapayev, and just the 1 DD in an act. What sort of team lineup have you got over there with Ausnz?
We've got a Charles Martel, Baltimore, Lightning, Shikaku, Amagi, Chapayev, and another Charles Martel.
Interesting rollout from the 1AN-E guys here. They've got 4 ships heading over towards B, which is the cap that they own. North Carolina, Akazuki, Baltimore, and a Baltimore, which just leaves the 2 cruisers of the Megami and the Chapayev being supported by the Lexington heading over towards the contested cap, which will be A. I've played 1AN-E before, and they use this Megami Chapayev combination quite. Although I don't know if I remember him doing it on this flank last time we played them. Akazuki's dropping smoke. He must be getting spotted by aircraft, I dare say. What sort of a rollout you're seeing on that side? I said they've capped C.
Yeah, we've got a it's pretty much a 3-way split with the CV and the Amagi sitting in the middle. Charles Martel, Baltimore, and the Lightning heading over to A, setting up a bit of a defensive position. Then we've got the Chapayev sort of pushing back towards the middle, while the Charles Martel heads over to the flank.
Alright, I'm just following the Lexington's rocket planes at the moment. See what he's obviously doing a bit of spotting.
Yeah,
I don't fancy the Chapayev Megami's chance against an Amagi Charles Martel Baltimore combination, quite frankly. This Lexington's going to have to make some pretty.
Well, Charles Martel's actually going out by himself. He might be spotting the flank for him. And the Amagi's Lexington seems to be focusing this Amagi, just trying to wear him down a little bit.
Yeah, Amagi's an interesting choice, isn't it? I mean, the AA leaves a little bit to be desired, and I think that's why the North Carolina is so popular in this format, because it can take care of itself. And right now, Aragon is feeling that. He's probably taken about 20% of his HP gone already, having some long-range shots at our guys over at the B.
Not to mention he should be spotted as well. Oh, he might have just dropped off.
I'm guessing the Ausnz DD is in A, is it?
Yes, yeah, Lightning's in A. Snuggling up to the island in the middle of A there.
As you would. He's got torp bombers coming in his position now. So I don't like seeing this. They've surrendered a 2 flag to 1 advantage to Ausnz straight off the bat, which is going to put ticket pressure on them now.
Well, I've noticed a lot of over the games that I've been streaming, a lot of teams let that second cap go straight away, just so they can sort of work out the positioning of the enemy ships, and then make a strategic play back into the cap.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just, I guess I'm always of the opinion if you're forced to push, and which is what having 2 flags to 1 does, it forces you to push under an ideal situation. Then yeah, that you can actually can cost you quite a lot. Torp drop coming in from the Lex on Bob, but it looks like Bob's equal to the. Yeah, he's going to avoid them, no trouble.
Well, the Chapayev's under a bit of heat at the moment from the Shikaku, he's copped 4
yeah,
torps
olive
already.
oil. Oh yeah, he's in bad. Well, I dare say the next dive bomber squadron that comes over his head will be the end of him.
Oh, more torps dropping in. Only got a solo drop this time. Let's see if
he looks like he's stationary though. Is he gonna? Or is that gonna go past his bow?
Yeah,
he's gonna survive that. But he has got a limited survivability rate from that point on. So I dare say Ausnz are going to go one ship up, and with 2 flags to 1 advantage, they're going to be hard to pull back from here. Although there is a big push coming from the other flank, isn't there?
Yeah. Chapayev's been spotted and he's hightailing it out of there.
So you got Morty in the Baltimore, Sherpington in the Balti, Larger Neptune in the Akazuki, and Shadow Monkey in the North Carolina, all very capable ships. And yep, they're starting to get some fire in on crossfire on the Amagi. Nice dive bombing drop on the that. So the Baltimore of Griefer there, that definitely hurt him. And Noob Destroyer in the Chapayev, he's been spotted, and he's going to have a lot of ships shooting at him in this. So as much as they're about to lose the Chapayev 1AN-E, it looks like Noob Destroyer is going to be taking a fair bit of pressure here very short.
Yeah, well, the Baltimore's just above, just below 3/4 health, so that was a pretty good hit from the dive bombers. No one's actually really done much damage to the Chapayev except for that last salvo from the North Carolina there.
Werger and the Charles Martel just being allowed to kite away on a flank and just put in consistent HE fire. Large Neptune's laid a smoke screen for his guys though, so I don't know how effective that's going to be. It's a pretty smart smoke screen. And it looks like 1AN-E are going to get this cap. There's really little there to stop them from doing so. The Chapayev can't really push back and radar him, because he'll get flapped if he does.
I guess all they really got to do is try and reset him if they can, but looks like they're not even going to get that chance.
Yeah, not with all those. I mean, there's three ships in that cap now, isn't there? So they've got that play, and that's stopped the bleeding. And Werger's taken a bit of fire in his Charles. Charles is pretty well equipped to avoid a lot of that fire. Out there all on his own on that flank, though, I worry about his exposure to the aircraft carrier. Like if the Lexington, if the Lexington takes the pressure off of these guys south of us, he could probably focus that Charles Martel down and give the 1AN-E guys over at sea a free run in towards A, in behind the fleet.
Yeah, that's it. And the the Noob Destroyer just copped a single torp. The Lexington actually did a late drop on his torpedoes, only managed to score 1 hit with the torpedo. The other 2 didn't arm in time.
Moggy 2's coming in with the rocket planes on Olive Oil's Chapayev. I dare say these Tiny Tim rockets are going to carve up. Although actually the Lexington's staying pretty close to him, so he's got a really effective AA bubble around the Lexington. So that's actually pretty smart play from the Chapayev to stay close to his CV. That is his best chance to survive in that engagement. So it looks like all the action here is happening at sort of C and south of A. Werger's down to about half his HP. Ooh, Shadow Monkey's North Carolina is taking all kinds of heat there. They are focusing the shit out. He is going to go down. There's no saving him at this point, and that's going to be their heavy hitter.
Moggy 2's going to try and light up the Lexington.
Is he really? He's having a crack with on the CV.
He sure is.
I can see the rocket planes are dying pretty efficiently though. Yeah, no, that didn't work out. And down goes to North Carolina. So 1AN-E have made a good push, but as I said earlier, they've had to make that push and it's cost them dearly. Ooh, but the Charles Martel takes a massive hit. Werger is almost dead himself, and down he goes.
There he goes.
I don't know if that's a good trade, but it's at least a trade.
We got the Lightning pushing back into the C cap.
And the Megami's taking 8. So 1AN-E are going to have 3 flags to none very shortly.
Lightning's been spotted. He's just inside radar range too, so Lightning has been spotted. He's copping a bit of fire.
I dare say he's been radared.
Yeah. What range is he at?
They get the 3rd cap. They tried to reset the Megami in the A cap, but the shots came in just a fraction. So they've got the 3 flags to none. 1AN-E. And they're going to win this game in less than 2 minutes if nothing dies. Those torps on the Balti look pretty good though.
No, he got
From
one.
Bob. He just got the one hit, did he?
Yeah, just the one hit. Good hit though.
Can they hold on for a minute 40 and actually steal this game? Geez, the Megami's copping some heat as well. He needs to get undetected now. Aragorn and the Amagi is pushing hard into it. As is Griefer in the Baltimore.
Well, that Chapaya's not far.
Pizarro's showing a lot of side there. Bob's been radar again.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
there
Megami's down. Megami's down. They've bought themselves about 30 or 40 seconds there, but Bob's taken some serious heat.
That Chapaya's one shot away as well.
And they are back in A. They're trying to cap it back, so they've suddenly slowed that that ticket hemorrhaging. Chapaya was pretty much relegated to staying close to his Lexington for the AA protection, while the Lex is dropping torps on the Amagi to try and keep them reset and stop capping that flag. He hasn't a lot of time. You can cap those flags in 30 seconds. Oh, little Morty. 274 hit points. He's very... Bob's trying to gun him down. And gets the kill. Oof. Okay, so ship losses are really starting to add up for 1AN-E here. If Olive Oil and the Chapayev goes down with this volley from Eric, that's going to leave them very, very weak.
Yeah, sure will. They'll leave their CV undefended as well.
So there's still 2 minutes from winning. They've just got to stay undetected here. I think that's what Larger Neptune's doing. He's smoking up his bolt.
Oh, 2 fires on the Amagi.
Yeah, Aragorn is he's being punished for pushing in so hard, but he had to. He had no choice. The Lexington of Bremen's done pretty good at just keeping him reset, keeping him burning. Looks like the Balti and Akazuki of Large Neptune and Shervington are going quiet over there, so they're just trying to wait the timer. They've got a minute 35 till they win.
They are undetected.
They finally got the flag at A, but there's still 5 minutes from winning. There's a minute 27 for the 1AN-E. Got
the Lightning pushing into C as well.
He's got to. He really has to. Larger Neptune's got to take him on in a gun. That'll be a good fight. Here comes the torp bombers from the Lexington on Aragorn's Amag. If he can make these count, he might just kill him. He'd need probably 3 torp hits to do it though. Let's see how we go.
He still hasn't used his heal yet. They only got 2 off.
Yeah, one was didn't harm in time, and the other one's hit a midship. Doesn't look like he caused a flood there. Would have hit right on the belt.
Well, Lexington's just been spotted.
Just going to see what's going on over here with the Akazuki. Is about to come face to face with the Lightning. Oh yeah, I don't think Larger Neptune's in a good position for this. Oh, he's taking a heap of fire. Oh, they're so close. There's 930 tickets, but Larger Neptune's going to go down.
Well, one more shot on him.
Yep,
there
down he goes.
He did get torps off though, so...
So the Chapayev, which should be dead by now, is not. But he's got shells coming in his position, so I dare say his time in this world is not for much longer. Oh, no, they missed.
Yeah, he managed to dodge those ones. He keeps popping up and disappearing.
Bob's going to get that C cap, and that is going to be a clutch cap, because that's going to win Ausnz this match, I'd say. 1AN-E have just lost too many ships, unfortunately.
If that Chapayev shows up again, that's a game changer. There he is. He just popped up. But both ships are behind the islands. Yeah,
Shervington's out in open water. He's getting focused down as well. They've got the...
Oh, he got him.
Sherv's about to go down, and that's going to put Ausnz in front, and down goes the Chappie as well. And Ausnz, geez, they were starting close to the win there. When they're going to pull the win out just in time.
That was very close. That was a good game. I actually enjoyed watching that one.
Yeah, no, that ebbed and flowed a lot. No, do you like a contest like that?
Yeah. Welcome to the stream, guys. 160p. Stream quality can't be that bad, surely. Let me know if it is pretty shit house, and I'll see what I can do.
Now I'm just trying to remember what the second map we were doing.
It wasn't on my thing. So Ausnz got the win on that one. Good recovery.
They did a great job down there. I was very annoyed I had to go back to engage Paul. It was bloody light. God, that was awful. And poor Sherpa couldn't keep his guns turned towards me. I think, at the end there. So. I knew this with a sinking heart.
It happens.
Well, we had it for a bit there, though.
Mate, it was very, very close. I thought you had it for a bit there as well. When you got the 3 flag advantage, you just lost too many shit.
Yeah, we couldn't keep it. It's 1 minute at one point.
Alright guys, I'm going to chuck his over to the stream, to the trailer, while we set up the team.
streaming?
Yes, I am, sir.
We're live? Alright.
Yep. And welcome back to round 2 of the 1AN-E versus Ausnz for the semi-finals of King of the Tasman tournament. Ausnz are currently up 1-0 with a pretty wicked comeback in the last game. So let's see how this one goes. Did you manage to fix your hung stream?
They've asked for a restart on Ausnz, so we're gonna
right, yeah.
we're gonna go out of the
Roger.
have one of their members.
Yep, no dramas. So we'll exit the port.
Yeah, no, I haven't sorted out my issues with my stream. I'll have to do it later. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to everyone that was watching my version of the events. It's bugged and I don't really know why.
Alright, I'll have to chuck, apologies guys, I'll have to put you back onto the trailer while we sort the teams out again. Won't be a minute. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully no one else crashes. The only crashing that should be happening is the black swans. Over the oversized pigeons.
Flying rats. That's very much pigeon. So it looks like I'm covering Ausnz this time round.
General quarters.
All
Now,
right.
if Ausnz win this match, they go through to play Stop the Boats in the grand final. Let's see if 1AN can take this to a best of 3.
We've destroyed
Yeah,
an enemy cruiser.
Interesting. Alright, Lexington's already got rocket planes out for spotting. This map's actually a really good clan map, in my opinion. I
Looks
quite
like
enjoy
Ausnz
playing
have
this
just
one.
gone with the 1 Bolty this time and 2 Charles Martin. Ah, and they're using a Shikaku this time as well, not a Lexington.
That's what they used
Interesting choice.
in the last one.
Oh, I thought they were in the Lex. My bad.
No, they had the it was 1AN-E that had the Chicago, the Lexington. But
Now, I know you see what Ausnz are doing here. They've got the Shikaku planes just scouting this left side of the crater here because they're sitting the Charles Martel boosting, well, probably a couple of Charles Martels boosting their way towards A with the Chipoev in support. This is a strat I've seen them use, I think it was against Ando, on this map. Because once you get into that circle, that cap point of A, it's very, very hard to just.
I've had a few interesting games in the A cap on this map. It's been it's actually a lot of fun trying to defend it and attack it. I quite enjoy this bit. So we've got the Benson heading into the A cap, followed by the Edinburgh. Benson's smoking him up. Megami and the Akazuki heading around the left side of the A cap. And the Lexington's actually heading over towards A as well.
So 1AN-E are using a smoke Edinburgh. That is an interesting choice.
I think the Benson smoked him up, so I don't know what the Edinburgh is running. And we've got
So they've gone 2 DDs.
the one, Akazuki and the Benson, yeah. They're a bit of a space cadet tonight.
So Wolf Kane wasn't able to make his unhindered run into the cap zone, so 1AN-E have actually done pretty well here to get in the cap. And Moggy 2 is making a bomb because he sees it's being capped, but he can't actually see the DD. He misses with the shot, so it's the Benson that's actually getting the. And there's the Edinburgh in support. A little more.
Well, there's a good set of torps heading out towards that Charles Martel. He's actually getting cross-torped. This is going to be a good hit. Oh, and dive bombed at the same time. He's fucking gone. Yep.
That is huge.
That was a huge hit.
That is massive in the context of the game, though. So Wolf Kane from Ausnz is down, and 1AN-E have a 2-1 flag advantage. Workers Charles Martel is down to less than half his hit points. Yeah, right. Well, 1AN-E are in the box seat here.
Well, Benson's under a bit of pressure just outside the A cap. The Lightning's actually spotted him.
But Bob's taken a bit of heat himself. So Charles, obviously the Edinburgh's given him a bit of curry. Oh, and geez, Bob might go down here. He's on 2,000 HP.
There he
down
goes.
goes Bob. Jesus, this is a turn up. This is an absolute turn up. The guys at 1AN-E need to keep a lid on this. Just not overextend. Don't give away the advantage.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, they've got the battleship and the Baltimore still
good
sitting
drop
inside
from the legs on
the
Workers Charles Martel.
C cap.
He's going to take one. Yep, he's taken one amidships, but no flood. So Worger is down to 7,000 HP, 7,000, and Lexington's coming back for another go. And wow, this has been a dominant rollout from 1AN-E. I'm very impressed.
There's actually a very impressive rollout from these guys.
And geez, a good dodge from Worger there, and Charles Martel to drop that drop. Guide his way through that drop. But they ain't being pushed well back.
Edinburgh might be in a bit of strife here.
Long range shots coming in, and they're just short of the target. Shadow Monkey doesn't quite punt it.
Oh, he missed. He missed the Edinburgh.
Edinburgh's Smoke Edinburgh is well, actually we don't know that it's a Smoke Edinburgh, do we? Because he got smoked by the Benson.
Yeah.
I guess if he had smoked, he'd probably be using it now.
I think that's the second lot that Shikaku's missed on him. He's getting lucky.
Well, the way things are going now,
bit of luck never goes astray in this game.
1AN are in a very dominant position. Their Shadow Monkeys North Carolina is getting pushed pretty hard by the Amagi and Baltimore coming down towards the C flank. They know they need to push here and get this flank. The CV really needs to spend some time supporting him. He's got a Baltimore of Sherpington there to help him out.
Those
I
talks
guess
are going to fall
Amagi,
short.
North Carolina, Baltimore. These are two pretty evenly placed teams right now.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
the
1AN-E
Benson actually had torps out on the Amagi, but they were
oh, look out.
a bit late.
Look out. Torps on Noob Destroyer. He's down. Absolutely nailed by the Akazuki.
Our victory is in
So
sight.
Ausnz have lost another ship. This is not going according to plan.
USS Johnson had some more torps out on the Amagi, but Margie must have spotted them and sort of turned in.
Torps and the Charles Martel. Ooh, so Werger's taken another torp just to the. He's down to 2,140 HP. He's lost all the aircraft that were attacking him are down, but he can't sustain another strike like that, and that's exactly when the dive bombers start making their way towards him. So I'd say Werger is not long for this world. As it stands, 1AN-E win this match in 2 minutes 10 seconds. Yeah, that Charles Martel goes down, and that's going to be a little bit less than that. Meanwhile, there's a smoke screen that's hiding the 1AN-E guys from the Ausnz on Charlie.
Margie's in a bit of shit here. If he keeps going.
Dive bombers on Werger's. Yep, Charles Martel, and he goes down.
Oh, too early. Managed to dodge a third set of torpedoes.
Yep, no, that's a good dodge from Eric. But yeah, look, I don't see how Ausnz can pull this one back. This is going to be going to a third match, I'd say.
I'd say so. That Edinburgh's managed to survive a lot of air attacks.
He has done very, very well. Shadow Monkey's opened up on Aragorn here. They're less than a minute from victory.
Well, if these torps are to strike true, then I think that'll be game over.
Which torps are they?
Out on the Amagi.
Yeah, I see him.
Ooh,
So he's
we
just
only
got
got
the
one.
one on the node. North Carolina at very close quarters here. Going for the drive. Oh, Aragon's going to go for the ram, but that's going to end the game. Mind you, it ends in about 15 seconds anyway. Aragorn gets punished pretty hard there, that sort of close quarters. And that is going to be a win to 1AN-E, taking it to one game apiece in this semi.
Oh, shit. I love a good battleship fight.
Yeah, it was a good jerk, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. My favourites.
Wow. Alright, well the last map, the decider, our first decider of the semi-finals, is going to be on Mountain. So let's set that up and try and get this happening as quickly as possible.
Alright. I am going to send my viewers back to the trailer. Unfortunately, I haven't set up anything else for you guys to watch yet, but, you know, things will get better with time, I guess. So we'll just put you back onto the trailer for now until we set up these teams, and we'll get back underway shortly. Cheers, guys.
back. So, game 3 decider between Ausnz and 1AN-E. I'll be on the Ausnz side again. Dan will be covering the 1AN-E fellas, who staged a remarkable win in the last. This match, I can tell you, Ausnz are going in unchanged with Shikaku, a Margi, Baltimore, 2 Charles Martels, Chapayev, and a Lightning. Give us a rollout, Dan. What are we seeing?
Oh shit. 1AN-E rocking the Lexington, North Carolina, Baltimore, Charles Martel, Megami, Chapayev, Benson, and the Akazuki again. So same team as last time by the looks of it.
So they've gone with a 2 DD run as well. I do like that. I like seeing 2 DDs on a team, and geez, they were pivotal in that.
Yeah, that last game was, pardon the French, but fucking epic. That was absolutely awesome. You don't get much better than that, I don't think. From my experience anyway, you don't get much better than that.
Alright, looks like Ausnz are making a pretty strong push to their base flag of A. They got the Lightning of Bob heading towards the flag itself, with the support cruisers of the 2 Charles Martels and the Chapayev just going to the north part of the Brenneman's Lexington rocket planes are coming in on the Baltimore and a Margi, which is heading towards the contested. So it's kind of a soft push for the contested flag. And I dare say that means Ausnz are going to make a push from A through to B if they.
Well, they are the closest cap. So the what do we got? We got the Akazuki, Chapayev, Lexington, and the Megami heading over to the B cap, and the Benson, Baltimore, and the North Carolina heading over to the C cap. They're also doing like a soft push as well. I think they're more scouting.
That's a pretty good first run from the CV's rocket planes, actually, because he's got a fire on Aragon, which he's letting burn. There you go, it's just extinguished itself. And he's forced Griefer to use his defensive AA, I'm pretty sure. So that sort of sets him up for another strike now. He'll be able to bring his Lexington dive bombers in on Aragons and Margi with pretty good effect. Although that said, it looks like he's going to go for Bobbins.
Well, our Akazuki just managed to cap B. He had to smoke up though, because the rocket planes were hassling him a little bit.
So here comes Brenman's dive bombers now on the on the Lightning. Now Bob's got pretty good AA support, but they're not exactly close to him. So he's only getting that long range AA support from those guys. He drops a smoke screen, but he's going to take a nasty hit. He's just washed off away probably 2,500 hit points there. Thankfully, there was a patch today which sort of eliminated the strength of the Lexington dive bombers a bit. The exploit that was being seen quite a bit, and people basically deleting DD.
Oh, the radio location?
No, not the radio location. Like there was an exploit where if you came in boosting at a certain speed, it did a very late drop and aimed with the top of your bomb reticle. You could actually land like 4 or 5 bombs on it, which is obviously devastating.
Oh yeah, I remember. I read about that this morning. Yeah,
they patched that out this morning, so that's not an issue. So we've got a bit of a Mexican standoff happening here. We've got both teams have got their respective closest flags to this, and now we've got the standoff between the 2 battleships and 2 heavy cruisers happening at sea. This is going to be no one really wants to make a move here because there's so much riding on this. The winner of this match is guaranteed a 15,000 doubloons and steel, whereas the loser gets, well, I can't remember exactly what it is, but significantly less than that. We're playing off a 3rd or 4th and may miss out on steel altogether.
well, the Baltimore's just spotted the Benson. I'm pretty sure he's just dropped his radar.
Yep, Benson was trying to get in there to cap, but that's obviously forced him out. And Johnson's taking a bit of fire here. Oh, there's a Margi shot. It just clips in with it overpen. So it forces him out of the zone. I don't know how long that can last though, because that, I mean, as much as the Baltimore radar lasts 30 seconds, there's plenty of cover in that flag for a D. So he should be making a run to get back in there and try and get that flag.
Yeah, he's turning around now. The radar's expired. You'll probably cruise straight into that cap and hug that island like a good DD player should, I guess.
This is where the push is coming. We're seeing it here. There's these 3 cruisers, these 3 heavy cruisers pushing down the A to B flank. the Chapayev is really all that stands in their way. Although, no, there's Megami and an Akazuki. I think the Akazuki is smoked up in Megami, is that right?
Yeah. The Akazuki's smoked up. The Megami's actually sitting behind the smoke.
Right, okay.
I'm assuming it's for torpedo spotting. But we've just had the your lightning show up in the C cap, so knowing there's only one DD, they should relieve a bit of. Oh shit!
Ooh,
Benson's got torps in.
And Griefer's down to 3,600 hit points.
Johnson's gone.
Oh, and Johnson is taken out. Bob's got him with the torps. He didn't see that coming. And
No.
that's the advantage of the lightning, isn't it? The that hydroacoustic surge just means it's a really good cap contestant in a situation like that, and it sort of leaves the Benson a bit weaker. He should have been tucked in right behind that island to protect himself from.
Yeah, well, he was smoking up that North Carolina, so he was.
Which is why Bob's not getting the cap right now. And I'm assuming the Griefer isn't spotted, because if he was, I dare say the North Carolina would be just deleted.
No, he's not spotted. I think the NC actually beached himself on that little island there. Well, we've just spotted the lightning because our Baltimore's just dropped his radar. So we can see the lightning, and the North Carolina has not got a clear shot at all.
The dive bombers are coming in on Bob's lightning now.
Let's have a quick look over on the B side.
Oh, he's not done the drop here. He's pulled it.
They're just playing tag with each other over there. Good hit from the Margie on the NC.
Chicago
damage.
Torps coming in on the North Carolina now. Shadow.
Baltimore's going to eat him for him.
Ooh, he ate two of them. Jeez, yeah. I saw them blow up in.
If that was intentional, that's a teammate you want on your side.
Yeah, so Ausnz have a slender lead. They're up by less than 100 tickets. They're not capping the C flag anytime soon. Some interesting speculative torps coming in their way from Bob Rudd. He's single fired a set of 4 either side of these islands. So if these guys stick their noses out from behind that island at all, they're going to be in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, well, I think there's a brownstone coming out of the arse end of that North Carolina because he hit the skids pretty quick.
Yeah, he's managed to avoid him though, and he gets some pretty good side-on shot at Aragorn, but doesn't manage to punish him enough.
Baltimore's been detected.
Is finally fading now. The Baltimore, even though he took 2 torps, is actually looking pretty decent. They've really got to get rid of Griefer here. He's the one. He's the low one. He's the one they should be focusing. I know the carrier's working on the lighting, and that's a good torp, but they don't arm in time, and Bob gets away with that.
Salvo out on Griefer.
Yeah, he's
gonna
the one
miss.
they need to.
Oh,
yeah, no, got him.
One
Griefer's
shell.
down.
Good
So
shot.
that's equalised the ship losses and pretty much equalised the tickets as well, also with giving 1AN-E just a slender lead. Some blind torps being dropped in on Bob's 778, but he's equal to the task of dodging those. How are we looking on this other flank? That push was repelled by the look.
Yeah, they look pretty even at the moment. No one's gained any ground and no one's lost any.
Akazuki is very close to dead though. He's gone undetected, but there's shells coming in on him. And he has survived. Geez, he must be low. He was on 700 hit points.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Ooh. Just overshot him there.
They're still blind firing, are they?
Yeah, still blind firing at him. They're aiming for the Megami now, so...
I was telling 1AN-E about a Megami DD combination with the 155 Megami, and here he is. I could have stopped giving away my buddy Strat. So Shadow Monkey's going to avoid these rather decent looking torps from Bob. He's got fighter cover, so there's actually a pretty good chance he'll get a cap here. Although Sherman's taking a lot of heat. He's out in open water, he's getting focused by dive bombers.
Yeah, decent hit from the dive bombers.
Yep, he's down to 8.5k, or 5k now. 4K.
And the Armagi should have a shot at him too now.
Yeah, he's. I think Sherman's not long for this world. He just can't get undetected. Here comes the dive bomber strike. That's going to take him out of the game, I'd say.
Oh,
Not quite.
He must have just tickled him. Right, there we go.
Alright, so they get the C cap, but it's cost them a Baltimore. So they've got a 2 flag 1 advantage. But Ausnz have the lead because the ship losses are in their favour by 1. So 1AN-E really need to make a play here, and they've got a poor old North Carolina that is horribly. He's got aircraft, an Amagi and a Lightning all giving him grief. And I reckon Bob's going to use this opportunity with the radar cruiser down to go and ambush this guy. Lex is giving handy support by keeping bombs up on Aragorn's, which isn't terribly well equipped to deal with an air threat, so that's probably not a bad.
Yeah, Shadow Monkey's in a bit of strife here if he can't get some help.
He is indeed. Looking back over the other flank, it looks like the Ausnz guys are starting to push south here. They've really driven these guys away from the contest. They don't want to be getting into a fight. This Charles Martel and the Chapai are actually tanking these shots pretty effective.
Ooh, double flood. But he sealed it up straight away. Now he's got to deal with the next salvo coming in.
Double flood from the Shikaku, yeah?
There. Right in the guts.
They don't have a great torpedo build either, the North Carolina. And he's going to take a couple here as well.
Another flood. And he's already used his damage control.
But the good news for him is that floods aren't as damaging as they used to.
Yeah, that's true.
And Bob 778 is launching torps at him as well, so this could prove rather telling. Bob gets the shells out on Aragorn's. Ooh, nice hit on the Amag. Gets him down to 7,000 HP, although he is using a repair as we speak.
That was a good hit.
And Shadow Monkey's managed to avoid all those single-fire torps from Bob's Lightning. This is where you need the CV, the Lexington, to come in and finish off this Amagi. He's up to 11k. He's not going to engage the North Carolina at that range. Gets a nice hit with the Tiny Tims down to 7,000 health, but no fire. Well, this is on the knife edge, isn't it?
Mm. All the cruisers have been pushed back as well from the B cap.
Shadow Monkey's in. He's in an awkward spot here because the carrier can just wail on him. Same with Eric. He's down to 3,800 hit point.
That was a big hit from the Tiny Tims there.
Moggy 2's coming in with his rocket planes against the North Carolina again. More torps from Bob, just rifling them down the line, but they're going to miss. He's not pushing out just.
Yeah, I think he knows what to expect if he pokes his nose out there. He's just focusing on that Armagi.
Our victory is in sight.
Waiting for him to show up again.
Lexington rocket planes coming on the Amagi. He's getting some fighter support dropped by the Shikaku. Is it going to be enough? Might only get one strike in here before the fighters engage. But
that's all he needed. Lex can drop fighters as well, so they can duke it out and he can pick his next target.
Well, we've got an interesting contest here now, don't we? We've got Ausnz are now behind, so 1AN-E are in front, and you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but Bob is making a play towards the Lex now, towards the North Carolina now. He's going to get spotted. These dive bombers are coming in, so Shadow Monkey's going to see him coming. I hope he's got HE loaded.
He has been spotted. Bombers are onto him, and his Shadow Monkey's guns are pointed in the right direction.
But the bomb strike misses. Can he make it pay? He doesn't. He doesn't do the job.
He's coming around for the second set of guns.
Needs the secondaries.
Oh, he missed. He only got.
And gets the kill. So they trade, but that's not a good trade for Ausnz because now they've got no way of getting that. Their best move right now would be to send the Shikaku into that cap, or drive these 3 cruisers in and fight this and burn this Megami. And look, the Megami's going to beach. He's stuffed. He's not been paying attention to what's happening in front of him, and these 3 cruisers are just going to burn him down. So 1AN-E are going to lose a Megami here, and as such, they're going to lose the ability to defend that cap. And I can't see how they, even though they're in front, I can't see how they can win this match from here without the carrier pulling off some significant error. Those 3 cruisers are just doing too well. Kazuki's torps aren't doing the job.
Yeah, the other guys aren't in a position to back him up either.
No.
But he has got a broadside Charles Martel, which he's not even aiming at. Oh, there he is.
He gets the shot off, but it's not an effective. So the Megami goes down, and they're starting to cap back beat. Akazuki should be heading for a... I reckon that's his best play.
Now they're getting in a bit of strife from the dive bombers there. And none of the other cruisers are spotted at the B cap. Oh, Charles Martel just showed up.
Yep, Ausnz have hit the lead. They've got a 2 flag to 1 advantage and a ship advantage. They're in a very solid position right now. 1AN-E needs something quite miraculous to win this.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if they got it. There's a full squadron of torp bombers from Moggy 2 coming in on the Japan.
Easy target there.
Yeah, it makes a nice
Oh,
hit too.
big hit.
But it's just, I don't know, it's not going to be enough. He just needs to kill ships. I don't know how he can.
There's not much you can do with 3 cruisers there, and I'm assuming at least one of them has anti-air.
Yeah, and the Chapayev's taken heaps of damage as well. The Akazuki's on 400 hit points, and they are less than a minute from winning and proceeding through to the grand final against my. That's going to be a good match.
Sure will.
For those that are watching, that the grand final match will be on Saturday night at 8:30. So keep your night free. I won't be streaming it because I'll probably be playing in it. But I'm sure Dan will be able to take up the slack there. Yeah, Dan.
8:30. That's 8 o'clock my time. Yeah.
8:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm central. So
Akazuki
yeah.
goes down, and that's a win to us in.
Congratulations to Ausnz. That was a
Yeah.
wicked game.
Another ripping match. Really, advantage came and went both ways.
That's why
really,
I don't mind watching.
Yeah, it's good to watch, isn't it? That was a good contest.
Ooh,
In
yeah.
the end, that 3 cruiser push down the flank was just too hard. And we've been joined by a larger Neptune. G'day, mate. Bad luck.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
And Shervington.
Yeah. Hey.
That was a good game, guys. Well done.
Yeah. Play to you guys.
What do we
that
got?
sets up an interesting match, actually. Now, that means 1AN-E are going to play off against Nautilus for the 3-4 position. And the winner of 3-4, there's actually something in that for you. There's steel to be had, if I remember right.
Excellent. And honour.
Yes, honour.
Yeah, well, honour can be bought.
All right.
Steel.
Well, I'm going to say goodbye to my viewers for tonight. Thanks for watching the semi-finals of King of the Tasman 1AN-E versus Ausnz. Ausnz coming out on top 2-1. Very, very good game. One of the best ones I've had the pleasure of streaming. And we'll see you again tomorrow night. We've got a game on tomorrow night.
Hopefully Friday night we can do the 3-4 playoff, and Saturday night.
Rightio. So big next couple of nights of wargaming. So we've got the playoff for tomorrow night for 3rd and 4th, and the grand final on Saturday night.
I believe Bob is upstairs.
So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you again for the next stream. Thanks for joining us.